Brought to you by Discount Tire, America's Tire, and by EATON Detroit Spring, made in the USA in Detroit, and by MSD Ignition, the fire to drive. For many of the show's participants, the pinnacle of this Detroit Autorama weekend is the presentation of the coveted Ridler Award. The Ridler is the most prestigious and sought-after hot rod building trophy. Winning it is the automotive equivalent of winning the Oscar for Best Picture. In order to compete for this award, this must be the first public showing of the car. Eligible cars are meticulously judged for their creativity, engineering, and workmanship, and then ultimately narrowed down to 8 finalists. Each of these 8 owners received the highly respected Great 8 Award. Let's take a closer look at these incredible vehicles.
The year and make of our car is a 1932 Ford 3-window highboy coupe. When we purchased the car, it was a fiberglass body, and we completely took the body apart. We bought a set of American frame rails. We made our own cross members, all the bracketry work from front to rear, and put an aluminum front end on it, which being the hood, the side panels, the grill. A friend of mine, Chip Foose, made the grill insert, and then Jeffrey Phipps from West Palm Beach did the interior for us. It was painted by Phil Salisbury and Carlisle Custom Paint, and I could have never finished the car without Don Pelkington from Don's Hot Rod in Carlisle, Ohio. It's a 355 4-bolt main, Chevy motor, steel crank, aluminum heads. Got an MSD ignition system in it. It's got a 350 Chevy turbo. It puts out probably 550 horsepower. It has a Spin-Tech exhaust system in it, and when we turned it on, it sounded like an alcohol funny car in here. It was loud. I'm Dave, and I am a backyard wrench head.
The pickup behind me is a 1953 Chevy pickup, a 310. Originally it was supposed to be just a driver, and then we started working on it. We bought a motor, had it built. We didn't think it was big enough, so we had it rebuilt, and retuned, and so we got it up to 1,100 horsepower, which is a lot, too much horses, really. The shape of the truck was drivable. It was brown in color. It had quite a few dents in it. Well, the project started out not a Ridler Award contestant, so in fact I didn't know that much about the Ridler Award until I started looking into the internet. So we kept building, and then we had Charlie Hutton from Color Studio in Napa, Idaho, help us a little, and he painted it, and he said, you guys should consider taking this to Detroit. And so we kept working at it, and here we are.
The Alexander brothers have been in business they started in 1957, and we were in business up till 1969. My brother Larry and I were in the business. We started building cars, and we built many cars that were in this show. We were 3 times. We won the Ridler Award. The first car we built for Bobby Masseron. It was a 56 Chevy, and the next Ridler car we did was the Dodge Diora, which came very famous. And the third Ridler was Larry and I built the T-Bucket for Larry, and it won the Ridler Award. I decided to build one more car. I told my wife it'd take a year. It took 4 years. It's a 1933. It's a 351 aluminum block engine, 450 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs. We got notified in the afternoon of Friday, and that we were grade 8 winners, and we're very proud to do that because, like they said at the judges meeting, if you're a grade 8 winner, you're a winner, period. You're not a loser.
What we got here is a 1967 Shelby GT500, an original one, serial number 00288, which was actually the first Shelby painted Brittany blue. In 1967, I went and test drove a 67 Shelby GT500. I really wanted, I just couldn't afford it at that time, being a young punk. We wanted to catch everyone's eye, so what we've done with the paint is painted up a color that is modern to today, which we hope will stick with us for a few years. And then we come up with the idea of striping it. The original Shelby stripes over the top. Then we went one step farther. We went over the car, under the car, through the transmission, through the rear end. We went through the oil pan, so it's striped right around, complete from one end to the other. What we've come up with was a original 1966 block, 427 side oiler. And to modernize it to today's world, we put Borla fuel injection on the car. I got into cars back in the early 60s. I think what really got me going is just the love of cars and the pleasure of building something. My name's Gordon, and I'm a backyard wrench head. Right on.
And the 2012 winner is... Dwayne Peace.
Well, as each one of the contenders was called up to the stage, it's a very emotional thing, because I know that each one of these guys has spent a lot of time preparing for their this moment, and to be up there with the other 7 contenders, it's just a great honor. And then to be called out as the winner, it's just your heart just stops for a moment. It's just surreal. It's just unbelievable. It's actually been a family vehicle for almost 20 years, and it was an older restoration. It was a driver, a numbers matching car that we decided to start to restore. And my oldest son talked me into not doing restoring it back totally original. He said, let's make it different. So it started off that we were just going to make it a little bit different and have a very good solid driver. But as things went along, we realized that the frame was not correct. So my sons, Matthew and Jonathan, actually took the car and put it on a build table and then built the frame to the car. And then after that, my youngest son, Jonathan, took over the car and started doing the sheet metal work on it. Well, the total design on the car was actually my youngest son, Jonathan. He was 19 when he started on this, and He went through and he designed everything, to the wheels, custom steering wheel, the seats, the dash. He made the dash himself out of sheet metal. All of this has been his dream or his ideas from almost from the start. We were planning on coming to last year's Autorama, but we got down close to the end and we decided to slow down the project rather than rush it. I'm Dwayne Peace. I'm the 2012 Ridler winner, and I'm a backyard wrench head.
This presentation of the 60th Annual Detroit Autorama was sponsored by Discount Tire, America's Tire, and by EATON Detroit Spring, made in the USA in Detroit, and by MSD Ignition, the fire to drive.